Our homeland is sacred to everyone. Ngiambandi wajarabin yarang jadi gurai. Our homeland is sacred to everyone. Bayamangu nginumbala, idam, mujawi, yanji, kumegedechakunda. May my ancestors walk with you and protect you while you walk on my homeland. Maral gundi tulugura yarang jagi. Every part of the earth is sacred.
It's pretty simple. We've got to be cutting our emissions and not our forests. But 50% of our global GDP, gross domestic product, comes from nature. And that's $44 trillion. This isn't just an environmental issue or a conservation issue, it is an economic issue. We simply can't afford any more cuts to nature.
Most of the sacred waterholes are gone. Sacred trees are gone. And our dreaming is fading because forestry keeps chopping down our life support, sacred dreaming, our food, our schools, our everything.
Here's the ugly thing. Since we invaded this country, we have cleared and logged and burnt our way through the forests of Australia, and we have broken down their defences, and it is completely vulnerable to disasters like the one that happened a few years ago. As forests age, the way fire spreads is that it spreads through the canopies of plants. So as a forest gets older and more established, it calms the fire underneath it.
I'm going to pay the deepest respect to all the people who are stepping up to protect and defend these globally significant forests within the Great Koala National Park. We've heard about Clouds Creek, we've got Pine Creek, we've got people at Newry, we've got people at Tuckers Knob. People are stepping up to protect and defend the fabric of life around us. And I'm going to pay respect to Ashley Love as the godfather of the Great Koala National Park. Ashley and I, about 12 years ago, met with the lady who's now in charge of government business in the upper house, Penny Sharp. At Club, we presented the Great Koala National Park to her, 176,000 hectares of the best koala habitats on Earth. She endorsed that. The Labor Party since then has endorsed the full park. Tragically, we've seen giant chunks in the order of tens of square kilometres taken out of these globally significant forests by a government that promised to protect these forests. And I'd like to talk about water. Well over 100,000 people derive life-giving sustenance from the forests of the Dorrigo Plateau, the Nimboida and the Blix River. Tragically, because of a 35-kilometre long arc of logging, those rivers, which were always reliably clean and clear, have become so dirty that the people of Grafton went on to high-level water restrictions, and the ratepayers of the Clarence Valley are now on the hook for, at barest minimum, $65 million to install a water filtration plant at Rushforth to filter out the guff that the loggers put in there, losing tens of millions of our tax dollars in the process. Eternal shame.
They are our life support system. They are the homes of some of the most beautiful, vulnerable, iconic, wild, ancient life. Those incredible greater gliders, those yellow belly gliders, those beautiful koalas. And I know, like you, the fire in my belly is wilder than it has ever been, because they promised us that when they got into power, New South Wales Labor, on the 23rd March 2023, they would create the Great Koala National Park, and they haven't done it, and it's 2 years on. And right now, that is on Premier Chris Minns and the Environment Minister, Penny Sharp. They are playing with us.